Hello everyone. Today I am giving presentation on abrasive shot blasting or abrasive sandblasting system. In this presentation, we are going to cover the content as follows: introduction of sandblasting, components, working, tips, benefits, applications, removal, cons of the sandblasting machines, and the references from where I have taken the data or used for making this presentation. Introduction. A sandblasting system includes the four basic components: the air source, the sandblasting cabinet, the dust collector, the blasting media. The air source is usually bottle gas or an air compressor. The abrasive machining process are part of large field of machining processes and include grinding, surface finishing, honing, lapping, polishing, etc. The common characteristics of these processes is the fact that main stock removal mechanism is the abrasive process. Abrasive machine process are manufacturing techniques which employ very hard general processes in manufacturing, machining, abranding, or polishing to modify the shape and surface texture of the machined parts. A wide range of such processes is mostly used in the high quality parts to high accuracy and to close tolerance. Examples range from very large parts such as machine side slideways to small parts such as contact lens needle, electronic components, silicon warfares, and ball bearings. While accuracy and surface texture requirements of are common reason for selecting the abrasive process, there is another common reason of selecting the abrasive sand process because it covers the large variety of processes which are used in the manufacturing or surface texturing of an material. Now, what is sandblasting? Used in variety of professions. Sandblasting is the process by which the surface of an object is eroded by means of concentrated stream of a very fine sand. Sandblasting gun refines the surface while also giving a decorative finish to the craft metals. It can be used for remove old paint, smooth or rough. Smooth a rough surface, roughen a smooth surface, or give surface to an object. In and around the home, sandblasting replaces the use of sandpaper, eliminating the need of hand sanding and the mess that goes along with it. Sandblasting is the quick and efficient delivers the desirable results. Abrasive processes are the natural choice of the machining and finishing hard materials and hardened surfaces. Most abrasive process may be characterized into one of four groups: grinding, honing, lapping, polishing. It is not completely inclusive list, but the four groups cover a wide range of processes and are a sufficient representation for study of fundamental characteristics such processes. Therefore, the group Grinding and honing are processes which employ the bonded of or a fixed abrasive within the abrasive tool, whereas the lapping on and polishing employ free abrasive particles and often suspended in a liquid or wax medium. The technique of abrasive blast cleaning includes the utilization of handheld or automatic equipments which direct a pressurized blast on of a wet or a dry abrasive material against a metal masonry or a systematic surface in other to clean in order to clean the surface, remove burrs, or develop a matte surface finish. Sandblasting can remove paint, rust, and residue from the oxidation of a materials quickly and effectively. Sandblasting can also be used to change the condition of metal surface, such as through removing scratches or casting marks. Sandblasting are as a cleaning method been widely used for over 100 years, used in variety of professions. Sandblasting is the process by which the surface of an object is eroded by means of concentrated steam of a very fine sand. Sandblasting can refine a surface while also give the decorative finish to the craft materials. It can be used to remove the old paint, smoothen a rough surface, roughen a smooth surface, or give a shape to an object. In and around the home, sandblasting replaces the use of sandblasters. Sandblasting is a quick and effective and delivers the desirable result. The abrasive used for cleaning purpose vary from the metal shot and a grit to a large range of non-metallic abrasives such as granite, flint, quartz, silica sand, organic substances such as nutshells, Kerala husks, and sawdust used for cleaning the delicate surface. The various components of sandblasting machine are: there are six basic subsystems which are used in a sandblasting system. They are abrasive power delivery method by compressor air or gravity, the PU pipe and nozzle, the blast cabinet, the motor mechanism of holding job, dust collector and blower, movement and support system, the working of sandblasting machine. The process involves the using of a pressure to blast fine bits of the abrasive material onto the surface. It is a surface treatment process which involves the projecting head beads on the working piece of to change its surface state. In grinding, the abrasive tool is a sand and the workpiece is the corroded or a painted material. The the high speed grinding, the speed up to the the sand is thrown at such speed that it can carry out the dust particle or rust particle or an old waste particle from the surface of a metal so that the finishing of the surface is cleaner. As we can see in the diagram, the blasting media is collected in the storage of V shape. Here, the suction part is given so that the air can be taken in and mixed with the sand and carried out to the nozzle here, and then the compressed air is entered in the nozzle. which is mixed with the sand and targeted towards the subject. First process. The first step in the sandblasting is to determine what kind of material and equipment are necessary to complete the task. It is also important to clean the surface upon which will be working to ensure that there is no residue which will result in an marred finish. Analyze the degree of work that is required, the type of blasting media that is required, and what tool will be need to be used. Wipe down the surface of the object. Ensure that all the correct safety appeals is available. Explore the different types of blasting media for material that are more difficult to. Second process. Prepare your surrounding area to avoid unnecessary mess. Sandblasting accessories include a sandblasting cabinet that is used to contain the blasting media and stop it from flying over the work area. The place duct tapes over the area that are not to be sandblasted. Open the over Open the cabinet and place the item in the center while ensuring that it is stable close to the compartment. Ensure that any delicate surface are removed from the direct working area to avoid damages. Use the protective covering for areas of concern. The third process. Blast off. Once you have prepared your equipment and surroundings, get started with your project. It is important to keep in mind that sandblasting is a process that requires particles before being able to perform the task properly. It is always a good idea to practice before you begin with the major project. The Turn the sandblaster on using the switch on the side. Place your hand into the glove opening and pick up equipment. Use the lever on the top of the sandblaster nozzle that starts with the process, ensuring that you coast the object, eventually keeping the blaster 6 to 12 inch away. Tips for use. Here are the few tips that will ensure that the restoration process is successful. It it's all in the sand, with a variety of fine sand to choose from. Ensure that you select one that wouldn't wrap the metal, in is reusable and doesn't clog up your machine. Air compressor. Air compressor are not made for blasting. Ensure that you take the periodic breaks within the process will prolong the use of your compressor. What to choose or which to choose depending upon your working load and the type of work that you are doing. Opt for either a siphon or a pressurized system to do the job. Establish your process will be easier and more effective to avoid the excessive costs. The various benefits of a sandblasting machine are: sandblasting saves time and is more efficient than using sandpaper. All faded surfaces are eventually removed and cleaned. Sandblasting allows you to access the corners and areas that are difficult to reach. Sandblasting is particularly well suited to avoid the removal of the rust which causes the property damages. Make use of sandblasting to preserve the use and longevity of your metal pipes, furniture and fittings. The various applications of sandblasting machine are: sandblasting is one of the most efficient way to clean and prepare the surface. Woodworks, machineries, machines, and more can also use sandblasting in their work, especially when they fully understand the many ways that sandblasting can be used. Material, despite the name that it's only material that can be used in the sandblasting process, different abrasive can be used depending upon the material they are being used on. The abrasive can include coal slug, steel grit, dry ice, walnut and coconut shell, crushed glass, and more. Removal. One of the main use of sandblasting is to remove paint, rust, other surfaces, pollutants from cars, house, machinery, almost any of the surface. Tool cleaning. Sandblasting doesn't have the to be used just on the large machines or buildings. It can also be used to clean household tools like screwdriver, wrenches, and other metal tools that become dirty or rusted can be cleaned quickly and efficiently with a quick application of sandblaster. Street cleaning. Sandblasting also an effective way to clean streets, walkways, and other concrete surfaces. The high speed abrasive ejected from the sandblaster can scrub concrete and pavement clean very quickly without having use of water to do so. Art design. It not all sandblastings are used in industries or mechanical. Skilled artists have been known to use the sandblaster on wood, metal, glass, and other surfaces to create signs, statues, and other pieces of art. The various advantages of a sandblasting machine are low energy demands, high quality of thread surface, good potential for process and for cleaning surface such as steel, bricks, cement and concrete. Obtain the excellent cleaning surface, preparation of secondary finishing operations, removal of corrosion on metals in industrial processes. Safety. Before we go into the specific use of sandblasting, a quick note. Anyone performing sandblasting should always wear a protective proper safety equipment. Because of the potential health risk involved, sandblasting respiratory protection, protective eyewears and head protection are all essential tools when using a sandblaster. Worker safety and precautions. Use a less toxic abrasive material. Use an exhaust ventilation system in containment structure to capture the dust. Use perfectly isolated blast rooms or blast cabinets. Implementation of personal protective equipments. Cones. Not fit for smooth surface. Mobile uh, sandblasting is not fit for cleaning smooth surface because of abrasive used. Rather, you can make use of soda blasting, which employs the similar procedure but make use of sodium bicarbonate. Abrasives. The abrasive used in the process is very rough and if used roughly for a particular surface then it will wear all away the surface. Use of silica. In most of the countries, sand is used as the abrasive in the process, which is banned because of different health hazards. Cons. High generation and process of sandblasting includes projection of particles high velocity. So when their material hit the surface, a lot of heat is generated which can harm the surface. Requires a precaution. A lot of precaution steps have to be taken in order to prevent the different types of health hazards, like you have to cover all parts of the body that is exposed to the process. Covering up all of body parts will prevent the abrasive to enter into the body. Here are the references from where I have taken data or taken reference of. Thank you.